Good afternoon. This is Heather slash Hetty from Alive and Me, and you can also find me at Epilepsy Cures on Twitter, and you know to find me on Facebook and all the little network places. This one's geared towards Jesus and his amazing plans, and basically, well, number one, have you connected, obviously, with him? That's the beginning of the whole plan. But number two, you know, are you stuck or, are his plans unfolding? Do you see them unfolding? Is it confusing? Because I've been in pretty much every single part of that where, I didn't know Jesus. I was presented Jesus and I wasn't for that and ran away from it. And that was, for years to come. And, had to fight that, fight that, fight that. And, when I look back after, finally actually accepting him after so much, issues and tragedies and near death and hard stuff that finally awakened me, when I look back and see how he's been there through the whole entire, my whole entire life, it's just amazing to see how he's worked through it all and how he just continues. He's always been there. He has this plan. And it just sometimes we waver, I know, sometimes in the middle of everything with our free will, but he has this amazing plan set up for us. And, it's one way or another, he's going to get this done. It's just our hard heads have to be softened. Our hard hearts have to be softened. And sometimes it takes, a couple routes to get there. And I, for one, know that. Um, Try not to do the near death. That's my pinpointer. Um, there's this one quote that I really like by Suzanne Berry, and she says, "No problem is so big that it won't fit in God's hands." And I know that for a fact. With everything that I've been through, went through, going through, and gonna go through. But I also know that he, at the same time going through stuff, is still working, through me. Not just, you know, helping, using me to bring other people, to him. That's the main, that is the biggest. But it's gonna grow. And I always wondered, gosh, with everything that went on in my life, and I pretty much put this big stop to it, well, with help with my ex and everything, getting so sick and the ex beating me and turning to overdosing, it really put a halt on, anything in my life. Actually, even before that, when we first met, before we got married, I was gonna be an actress, and well, obviously that didn't happen. So, I guess that wasn't his will. So, you know, it's just amazing to watch what does happen in life, and what is going to still happen, and how does it happen. And with everything that I've gone through, through all the circumstances and the issues I went through with my ex and medically, I obviously turned to, my doctors, my neurologists and such, and after all the issues I went through with my ex and the overdosing, they of course took very good care of me and said, we really want you to see this psychologist. And she's an amazing, amazing psychologist. She's just, top notch. And at first I hated going. I hated even parking there. I felt like the whole world and you and, all the other states and all the other countries saw me. But then, over the years, it led to me learning more and more and more, and actually going out and studying more and more, and actually getting to that point where I'm actually turning to, after, as long as God's will, that is His will, by the showing of how my brain surgery, my third one, goes. If I still have language skills and, am able to, completely function, then it will show that after that third brain surgery is still to come, that His will is completely, I'm going to complete, the rest of, to be a psychologist. And it's just, it finally hit me after that many, many, many years. And, that's what I'm just sitting here saying is like, don't sit here and think that you have to know, like, number one overnight. In the 20s, that's always the hard age. They say it's like your first, like, midlife crisis is your 20s. And sometimes it's almost looked at as harder age than when you hit your 40s. It's just like, because you're just like crawling the walls looking like, what do I want to be? How fast can I be it? And when am I going to make that money? And the family and this and that. And it's kind of the first midlife crisis. And, in a sense, fortunately, I got struck with such illness that I didn't have the time to worry about that because I was too sick. So I just had to learn straight forward from doctors and, face to face. And it's just an amazing, amazing feeling when it finally knocks you down and says, hey, this is what, my will is for you. And it just feels like it in my heart, in my mind, in my soul. And, the way that I reach out to others, and it just is so inspiring. And as I said, as long as, third brain surgery leaves me with that brain able to, that's my goal. And there's always, Proverbs. I love this one, Proverbs 16:9. And this one, I mean, everyone always reposts because it's so true. And it says, we can make our plans as we do in our 20s. But the Lord determines our steps, and we can make our plans. We can sit here and say, this is this is His will. And, He has everything laid out for us. So we just have to really sit back and just pray to Him and talk to Him, and not sit here and be selfish and talk to ourselves and only ourselves, or the head of the college. We have to talk to Him first, because He has the answers, and He created us, and He's the one that has absolutely every single answer that you can even imagine. And this I know just from experience. And I will let you know after I get my date for my third brain surgery, and afterwards, if any of you need any type of counseling. I'm actually going to be looking towards more neuro, and stroke victims, that type of psychology. But, if, just knock on my door as long as everything goes well, obviously. And I have all my faith in Jesus because every surgery has been phenomenal. It's just, I give all Jesus the credit, and I thank God for the doctors that He sends me to. But just know that He does have plans, and you just have to just knock on His door and ask Him. And He has an amazing, just absolute plan in His will for you. So, blessings to all of you. Love you all, and just, knock on my door at Alive in Me on Twitter, and I would love to talk with you all. Many blessings, and I pray you all have an awesome day. Thank you.